The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Complete to
one thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 9. First down, Tennessee.
9 yards.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score. Broncos 7. Titans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Ready.
To throw it is locked. This is the tight end Fant. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
To Noah Fant.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
20-yard line.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Locke to throw. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Titan ball carrier.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A toss right to Henry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. But it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Lindsey. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. Brings up third down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Titans, nothing.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Evans on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
He's checking.
Block on the give. It's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
54, right there, 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
17.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 17.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
54, right there, 54 miles.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now Locke. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
McManus's point after is good, and a route is on here in this first half.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
16 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
First and 10.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, If your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Throwing again. Lock. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Locke. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos add on.
Lining up for the extra point.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete. Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Check Mike. Alert 3. Check the backer. Check. Greystone travel. Leo. Check. Kill. Rock. Check 13. Undercrush. Lock it.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Check. Watch 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill, he's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense is playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That one good for 26 and a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Big stop, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on, D.
To throw again. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lock on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Airing it out deep. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
The Titans.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Breaks a tackle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Tighten up.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Goes 45. Titans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Goes take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Number 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Titan football
at their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. Get there and take him down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Back to the ground now, it's Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. It was Jack Crawford who brought him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Right there.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Broncos, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.